How's it going? Coach Ryan family, I'm back in the month of Dead-U-Ary with another deadlift variation for you. You're really going to like this one. Pay close attention today because there's a lot of valuable stuff that I'm going to give you to improve your deadlift. Today I'm going to teach you the concentric pause deadlift. Basically, you're going to lift the bar up from the floor and then stop in a dead stop at a certain point in the range of motion. This builds tremendous amount of tension in that specific range. A lot of people are going to be very, very weak off the floor. So this is a great tool for building strength in that area where you're weak. If you're one of those guys that deadlifts and you simply drop, bounce the bar off the floor, lift up, drop, bounce the bar off the floor and lift up, this is going to be tremendous value for you. This is a very humbling lift. Keep it light, especially in the first few weeks until you make sure your technique is good, and then you can start to load up. Last time I did these in a cycle, I want to say that I started the cycle with maybe 200 pounds in weight, and that's when my deadlift was roughly in the upper fives, lower 600 pound range. So about 30 to 40% of your 1RM basically. Lift is simple in its application. You're gonna get set up, you're gonna pull the bar, you're just gonna stop and hold for a predetermined amount of time, and then finish your lift. Next rep, same thing, stop, finish your lift. You can put the pause wherever you're weakest in the lift. For most people, I recommend pausing just barely off the ground. Right there, I was pausing probably mid-shin. Sometimes I like to pause where I just crack the bar off the ground barely and hover there for a predetermined amount of time. How long do you hover for? Minimum I'd say is 2 seconds. You can stay in that position as long as 6, 8, 10 seconds. The longer the pause, the lighter the weight's gonna be. So from a programming standpoint, one way you can throw this in your cycle, week 1, you could put a really long pause. So maybe sets of 3 with a 10-second pause right off the floor. Do that for 2 weeks, then knock it down to a 6-second pause. Do that for 2 weeks, knock it down to a 2-second pause or a 4-second pause. Each time you take the duration of the pause down, obviously the weight goes up. So this is a nice way to smoothly transition into heavier weights. It's great for beginners too to learn proper position, and it puts a lot of tension where you tend to ignore it the most. As a general rule for all lifts, wherever you're weakest, you need to spend more time there. And most people will bounce the bar off the floor for a deadlift, so they're very weak right off the floor. Coach Ryan family here, concentric pause deadlift, give it a shot. If you have any questions, make sure to write them in the comment section below. Hit subscribe if you like these videos. I will see you tomorrow for another edition of Dead-U-Ary.